Hello friends, welcome to Acquire IAS. Today we are going to discuss questions based on map pointing, which is most important for UPSC prelims and various other examinations. Right friends? So we will move further. Here you can see the number, WhatsApp number, right? So you can join this number for what? Answer writing initiatives. Answer writing initiatives, right? And you can follow me on my Facebook page. You can subscribe for my blogs for getting personality development articles and UPSC related articles as well, right friends? Next, you can join Telegram channel for getting an PDF of this video and the Hindu PDFs and various other kind of PDFs, right? So next we move. So this is today's our agenda, that is questions based on map pointing. Today we are going to discuss the South China Sea region, the region of South China Sea, right friends, which is important for prelims. So let me show you first of all where is the South China Sea is actually located. See friends, this is the world map. So this is your China, right? And this region is called as South China Sea. This region is called as South China Sea. So now we will move for the integrities of the South China Sea. So what is actually South China Sea? It is bounded. Just a second, friends. Right, friends. So today we are going to see about the South China Sea. Next, it is bounded on the northern. So what are the boundaries? First of all, we will see the boundaries. So in the northeast, it is bounded by the Taiwan Strait, right? So Taiwan Strait, which is most important, friends, you have to remember this, right? And what does the Taiwan Strait does? It will connect to the East China Sea. For example, see, this is the graph, right? So it will be your northeast, and here it is located. For example, this is your South China Sea, and for the northeast it is your Taiwan Strait. And what does it do? So it will connect the East China Sea. So South China Sea and the East China Sea is connecting by the Taiwan Strait. I hope you understood now. Next, on the east by the Taiwan. So here is your east. So it is by Taiwan and Philippines. It is bounded by Taiwan and Philippines, right? On the southeast and south by Borneo. This is your southeast and south. It is by Borneo, right friends? Borneo. The southern limit of the Gulf of Thailand and the east coast of Malay Peninsula on the west, and north by the Asian mainland. So in north it is a totally Asian mainland, right friends? So here on west it is your Malay Peninsula, right? And Gulf of Thailand. Your Gulf of Thailand will be also in western side itself, right friends? So what you have to remember from this slide according to UPSC prelims, right? So that is, what is the boundaries of the South China Sea? That is northeast and southeast China is North China Sea and South China Sea is connected by East China Sea and the South China Sea is connected by the Taiwan Strait, and to the east of the South China Sea, that is located the Taiwan and the Philippines. To the south and South China Sea and south and southeast of the South China Sea is located the Borneo, and the west of the South China Sea is located the Malay Peninsula and the Gulf of Thailand, right friends? And in the northern part, it is located your Asian mainland, right friends? I hope you understood very much clearly regarding this slide, and we have devoted a sufficient time for this slide to understand. Next, we move further, right friends? This you can see here, the countries that borders with the South China Sea includes. Now we will see the countries. Till now we have marked the entire, like even the strait we have noted. Now only the countries, right? So first of all, it will come China, right? Second thing is Philippines. Third thing Malaysia. Fourth thing Taiwan. Fifth Brunei. Sixth Indonesia. Seventh Vietnam, and last one is Singapore. So totally you have here 8 countries, right friends? So totally you have here 8 countries, right? So you have to remember, I'll repeat once again, what are the political boundaries which are surrendered to the South China Sea? That is China, Philippines, Malaysia, Taiwan, Brunei, Indonesia, next Vietnam, then comes our Singapore, right friends? I hope you understood. So nothing to understand here, this is the just statistical slide, so you can remember this, right? So if there any such kind of explanation, I'll give you, right friends? So don't be panic about the explanations, right? And we are going deeper and deeper, and after analyzing from various sources only, we are providing this kind of materials to you guys, right friends? So do subscribe for this channel for more updates, right? So we move further. The South China Sea and the East China Sea together forms the China Sea. Whenever someone will ask you so about the China Sea, you have to include both the things. That is, first one is South China Sea, second one is East China Sea, right friends? Next we move further. The southern boundary of the South China Sea is the rise in the seabed between the, so whatever the southern boundary, see I have mentioned this is the South China Sea, this is the southern part, and southern part is rising, okay friends? Southern part is little bit rising. Where it was rising, it is in between the Sumatra and the Borneo, in between Sumatra and Borneo. So here it will rise in this way, right friends? It is rising in between Sumatra and Borneo, okay? And northern boundary stretches from the northernmost point of the Taiwan to the coast of the Fujian provinces, China and Taiwan state. So Taiwan state we have discussed earlier as well, so no need to discuss regarding this, right friends? So we will move further. Okay friends, we have see that South China Sea, so it has a rhombus shape in this way, right? So so South China Sea has a rhombus shaped basin in the eastern part of the South China Sea and the northwestern part of the Parcells Island and Macclesfield Bank, right? So I'll show you this in map pointing, don't worry about the map pointing point, right? Next, weather in the sea is a tropical largely. So what kind of weather it is provided in the sea? That is tropical weather, right? Whatever the tropical region you have, whatever the weather you have in tropical region, similarly you will find at the tropical levels, largely controlled by the monsoon. Now comes tropical weather. So what the tropical includes to you, that is 23.5 degree north and south trends, right? So this is your tropical subtropical weather, that is very much high rainfall and high temperature, high humidity, everything will be high, and even the diseases will be high, right friends? Because in these temperatures the humidity is also very much high in 23 and a half north and south. For this reason it is very much important. Next, annual rainfall varies from about 80 inches to 120 inches. So this you can make a note of this slide, right friends? Next we move further. See, now we see what are the rivers which are flowing in the South China Sea. So rivers which are flowing in the South China Sea, that is South China's, the river which includes Pasig River, it is of China, and Pasig River, Pampanga River, Fagan River, Rajang River, Mekong River, Red River, Julong River, Min River, Pearl River, reference. And 30% of the coral reefs in the world, 30% of the coral reefs in the world are located in the South China Sea. So these things you have to keep note, and I expect that you will re-listen the video, friends, right? Because whenever you re-listen this video, you'll get a proper revision by that. Okay, friends. Next we move further. So this is the, what is the link between Indian Ocean, what is the link between other oceans as well with South China Sea? That is a South China Sea is the main link between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, right friends? So example, this is your Indian Ocean and this is your Pacific Ocean. For example, let's take this, right? And here it is your South China Sea. South China Sea. This is Indian Ocean and this is Pacific Ocean, right friends? Next we see move further. See, Pacific Ocean connecting the Middle East, Europe, East Asia, and shipping lines. So shipping lines, he is talking about shipping lines. So we will see little bit about map pointing right now, and I suggest you all guys to take your atlas, highlighters, and pens. Please note and make note. Please make a note of this. So I hope you can see this picture very clearly. So here is your Indian Ocean and this is your Pacific Ocean, right friends? So this region is your Indian Ocean and this is your Pacific Ocean. So here I can say you clearly. Just a second, just give me a moment. Yeah, so friends, can you see this? This is your Indian Ocean and this entire region is your Pacific Ocean. Okay friends, I hope now you understood. So where is the South China Sea? This is the South China Sea, right friends? Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, South China Sea. Okay friends, so from here we are getting into the zooming picture, whatever the things you have. So this is a major crude oil trade in the South China Sea, right friends? So these are the major crude oil trades in the South China Sea, and here comes your Russia, Taiwan, China, South Korea, Japan, USA, and Pacific coast. From here the USA will come here, from here it is, there will be Alaska, right? Next, here it is your South China Sea, Brunei, Australia, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, right? Next, what we will see here. Yes friends, so these are all important, so please make a note of this. Okay friends, we will move further. This so South China Sea economic life. Now we will see about the economic life, right friends? So South China Sea is rich in marine life. So wherever the boundary is located, wherever whatever the countries which is located with the water, and those countries will be rich, very much beneficial in the marine activities like fishery industry especially. Next is dairy industries, right? And it will give a small scale industries as well, and it will give a alternate jobs for the local people, right friends? So next we will see marine life. Marine life is the important activities and which is most highly rich in the South China Sea. The sea is heavily fished, right? So there are very much fishes in this. Next we see, however, the main source of animal protein for the densely populated in South Asian region. So this is the main source. Just now I have said these are all features of the whatever the countries which are located nearby the water bodies. So it will provide a high protein as well, friends. Right. Next, most abundant are the various types of species that turns tuna fish, mackerel, croaker, anchoy, shrimp, and shellfish. Right, friends. So these are few examples you can mention these in your mains answer writing as well. Mains answer writing. Right. We move further. Here we can see the main locations of the hydrocarbon productions, where the hydrocarbon is production, and the location of the hydrocarbons is north of the Borneo. In the first slide we have discussed about the Borneo, so you can please visit there, and east of the Malaya Peninsula, and northwest of the Palawan. Right, we will see in these all sites in the locations in the map pointing, friends. Don't worry about that. The South China Sea contains some of the world's most important shipping lanes. So whatever the world's shipping lanes are, they are very much busiest route. Those are located in the South China Sea, and the main route will be the from the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean, and it is connecting through the ports, that is Strait of Malacca. There is an important strait that is called as Malacca Strait, and to the South China Sea. So we will see about map pointing right now. So what is present in this? So here let me tell you about the 9 dash line actually. So China says this region as a 9 dash line. So friends, let me draw it clearly. So this region, can you see this? Are you able to see this? This line they will call it as a 9 dash line, right? So next, Chinese oil rig site which is located nearby Parcel Islands, that is north of Parcel Island and east of Vietnam, right? East of Vietnam, Parcels Island, and you can see here the Spratly Island. Here it is located here Brunei. This we have discussed in earlier also, so no need further. This is see, you can see this location, that is Palawan Island, right? This is your Philippines. This is your Philippines. Next we can see this entirely is known as South China Sea, right friends? And whatever it is, see here Taiwan. Here it will be your Taiwan Strait. It will be, this is your Taiwan Strait and Taiwan Sea, right? Here it is your Hong Kong, which the Hong Kong crisis right now it is going on, that is China is following political rule in this. So further they need an independent nation status. For this purpose there is a crisis is going on, Right friends, next we move further. The crisis in this regarding, China has introduced a bill here, a controversial bill I can say. Right friends, what does the bill include here? That China can control Hong Kong, very in simple terms. Right, China can easily control Hong Kong. Who has to be admitted, who has to be suspended, who has to be enforced, entirely decided by the Chinese administration. So for this purpose it was in crisis. Just have a look for your analysis. Right, next we move further. Territorial disputes. So what are the territorial disputes over the areas? So especially there are some areas which have been disputes, like Spratly Island, just we saw the locations of this, and which is the oil rich zone between the Spratly Islands, which is the oil rich zone, right friends? It is between the Malaysia and Brunei and the Philippines and the Vietnam. So in these four countries there will be a Spratly Island. It is in between the four countries of the Spratly Island. Means, for example, let me show you once again that. Yes friends, I hope you can see right now. It is very much clear now, so you can go through it. So where the Spratly Island is located, here it is your Spratly Island is located. So it is saying about the sea. Here it is your Malaysia, here it is your Philippines, here it is your Vietnam, and here located your China. So simple thing it is saying in this slide as well. So Malaysia, Brunei. So Brunei you didn't see there. See here. This is your Brunei. Okay. Next we move further. So I hope you understood now. Malaysia, Brunei, Philippines, Vietnam, and those four countries plus China and Vietnam. So we have watched all the locations in the map pointing sessions. So please friends mark in your atlas as well. Next we move further. So what is present in this island? So I want to show you some other things, like, see this, why I have made the separate slide of this, because how UPSC will ask a questions from this kind of areas. So the question of this session, because it is an important question which each and every student has a doubt from this session friends, right? So right now let me tell you that UPSC will ask questions in this format, that is, arrange the following sorry, arrange the following in north to south direction. So he will provide you four locations. For example, Paracels Island, second one is Spratly Island, and third one is Scarborough Shoal, fourth one is Malay Peninsula, Malaysia. Okay, you can take Malaysia. So the UPSC is asking arrange this in the north to south direction. So first of all you have to point out that which location is mostly to the northernmost. So our answer will be, first of all, that is Paracel, right? Next comes your Scarborough Shoal. Next comes your Spratly Island. Then comes our Malaysia. Right friends, so in this way you have to arrange from north to south, or else UPSC may ask questions in this format also, that is, you can arrange from south to east, right friends, south to east. So let me erase this. So they will ask you arrange from the south to east. So in that situation, what you have to do? So if south east to west, I can say this, right? So east to west, first it is asking about the east, so you have to point out the easternmost location. So first we get the Scarborough Shoal here. Second thing we get regarding the parcels, sorry, second thing we get regarding the Spratly Island. Third thing we get about Paracels, and last one is Malaysia. Right friends, so here you have saw the two variant type of questions, right? So for this reason I am again and again mentioning that please give at least 1 hour daily for doing map practice, right friends, because since 2014 the questions based on map pointing is very much became a very much favorite topic of the UPSC. So you may choose this, or the third approach I'll tell you. This is not the end, right friends, so let me go there. The third approach what the UPSC will ask here, that is he will ask the analytical questions. What kind of analytical questions he will ask? That is, if you are located nearby the Scarborough Shoal Island, right friends, if you are located nearby the Scarborough Shoal Island, that is in South China Sea, if you want to reach the, for example, say an English Channel, right friends, say an English Channel, so how you will reach there? So how you will reach there? This is the first question. And second format is you are standing at the South China Sea, right friends, you are standing in the Parcels Island, that is in South China Sea. You want to reach to the English Channel, so how many countries you need to cross? At least how many countries you need to cross if you go by the countries, right friends. Third approach is you are standing nearby the Spratly Island, right? Third thing is you are standing around the Spratly Island, so he will give different routes, right? And he will ask you which route is the nearest one, or else he will give the which route is the farthest one, right? So in this way you have to prepare friends. These are all approaches which UPSC will apply on the students every year in dynamic situations. By that students get trapped into the UPSC's format, because no one knows how the UPSC is asking, right friends. So but we have analyzed very much depthly in what kind of UPSC questions will be asked in examinations, right? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe for Acquire IAS. And one thing, let me know you that we are covering these lectures, we are doing these lectures from the various sources, right friends. So if you have any doubts, any problem in covering these lectures or videos, so please call me at 9640123412. Okay friends, because whenever you say your problems, then only I can understand what is actually in going on behind the screen, right friends. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe for Acquire IAS, and please do share as much as well your friends, relatives and everyone you knows. Thank you very much. Have a great day.